Like why should society as a whole suffer that the artists are like intimidated by this machine?
It's not that artists are intimidated by the machine. It's not the fact that AI exists in music, right? All right. So we were just talking because I actually had something on my music page that I posted because I hate AI being in any creative space, especially music. I don't think AI should be accepted in music. I don't think AI should be, because they're charting now. Did you see like one of the #1 records in the world for a while, in the country category was an AI song?
I mean, if people are listening to that song more than other songs, that's the way it should be, no? If it's like it's like saying like an AI video the views shouldn't count. It's like it's getting more views.
Yeah, no, but my thing is like this is going to start to affect award nominations and stuff like that. At what point do we draw the line where people are getting accolades for making AI content? People are getting accolades for that now, and it's being viewed in the same space. To me, you know what? I'm not even talking from the perspective of the market. I'm talking from the perspective as the creator, right? Because AI needs to be prompted in order to generate these things, right? In order to generate a song, you need to put in it like, make me sound like somebody I could never write like, or I could never sing like, or I could never play an instrument like, or I could ever produce like. Just make them sound like this with this kind of feeling in this key or at this BPM, this tempo, something like that. And it'll generate a song or generate at least a music part, whatever you're looking for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does somebody feel? The prompter is, because I see conversations with people that do this AI thing and they feel like they're musicians. They're trying to argue for the fact that they're being creative and making something.
I mean, what about the people who use the software to make all the drum sounds and the guitar sounds but can't play any instruments?
Well, those are all samples being recorded in and then separated out. Right? So these samples come from someone playing a drum.
So are those. All those songs and things that the AI makes, it's referencing like existing music and things like that. So it's like but also, like I said, like just like the person who puts the prompt in can't play the tuba, neither can many producers who are making tubas, trumpets on their beats.
Yeah, on their keyboard, let's say, right?
Yeah.
Like you could play
even on their pad, or even like they're just, it's software. Those keys are just binded to a certain note in the software. No.
Yeah, true. Like I make a lot of sample based beats.
Yeah.
Right. Example: the intro song to this podcast. Mm-hmm. Right. I didn't create the arrangement of the original sample.
Yeah.
But I took it, I changed it, I rearranged it, and added instrumentation to it that I chose where it was going. I chose the drum. I chose the way it was going to be played. I chose the tempo of the sample recreation. I cut up the parts that I wanted to use. Like there was some creativity and execution there was some physical execution of mine in that process, right? Did I play the timbales? Like, no. I didn't do that. But sampling is at the base of hip hop. It's been going on since the 70s. So it's been here forever.
Yeah.
That was just where it came from, right? Same as DJing. DJing is a skill. It's a skill. It's somebody really getting out there and putting on a show utilizing songs from other people. Now, when you incorporate AI is making it. They're doing it. You're not doing it. You're not arranging it. You have no part.
What if I tell it to make it slower and to move pieces over here and over there?
I think you need to say this was made with AI. There needs to be a stamp on it. Like
There's not a stamp? There's nothing that says it. It's the songs that's #1 right now. It's not. There's nothing that clearly indicates that it's
discoverable information.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think that it needs to be stated up front.
I know the song? You think before they play every song, they should be like, and here we have such and such made by AI?
I think so. I think there should be a disclaimer or something because, if you the same way, not for individual sale kind of deal. Like if you go to Costco and you buy a case of juice boxes, you can't bust them down and sell them like Nick bags, right? You can't sell them like Dubs.
Yeah, they frown upon that.
Yeah. So, it's not meant for that.
Yeah, I mean, they put that sign on there, but nobody ever reads it, and half the people that read it probably don't know what it means. It's like when you see the big trucks and they say, not for hire.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just, and it's not just because
Oh, of course it is.
I'm a producer.
Of course it is.
It's not, though.
100%.
Because I'm not an author.
You wouldn't care.
But I'm not an author either. And I don't think that AI should be writing books and then being, kind of competing in the space with authors.
I don't know if they should be competing in the space, but if an AI is going to write a very good book, referencing other very good books, if it's better than the books we have, I'm not going to just hold myself back because it's like, well, it's made by the machine. It's got no soul. If they make a new Harry Potter, I'm going to keep it real. When AI first started becoming like big, they were having all these AI fake movie trailers.
Yeah, and some of them were really good.
They look like some of the best movies ever.
Did you just see the Shrek one?
No, I seen the one with Adam Sandler and Snoop Dogg, and they were like making the How High with them two. I was like, oh shit, this is gonna be amazing.
Bro, they had a Shrek trailer that just dropped, but it's like adult Shrek.
Oh,
it's like an adult version.
Like adult version,
bro. Like Pinocchio is
inside
downtown
Sunrise?
On what's her name, and you see him just going this with his nose.
Oh my god,
like shit like that. But it looks real. Yeah. It looks legit, like the same thing. And I think it's funny, but it's funny for entertainment purposes to a point.
But at the same time,
it's like, haha, that's AI.
But well, okay, so that one is vulgar in nature, right? But I watched a Pixar one where they were like, send him to Dagestan 2-3 years.
Oh, I forget.
And it's the story of a kid who goes to Dagestan for 2-3 years, and his parents. It's a Pixar movie, so it's not a real Pixar movie, but it's like
it looks like it. It's that lane,
that style of animation. So envision that style of like almost like a Moana or whatever kind of animation. And it's a kid, and he gets dropped off at the airport, and then he goes into this, like, it's the middle of winter in Dagestan, and he's wrestling bears, and, like, he's training how to wrestle in Dagestan and shit like that. And it's like, another one would be a great movie if it was real. It'd be funny or it'd be interesting. So, yeah, while I'm not saying that they should compete against composers, AI, it's like, it's stupid in, stupid out. You know what I'm saying? It's so, a lot of it's like, it's not easy to do stuff in AI. It's not like you could just say, hey, make me a smash hit, and you're going to get this like, crazy record. Think about it. AI's been out for a little bit now, and now we're talking about a song that's charted #1.
And I think it was intentionally pushed that way. I think it was an experiment, kind of. I don't think
people. It's like if they could find a way to make money doing this, like taking over by making movies, by doing this, by making music, they would.
Yeah, I'm sure they would. I guess my point is just coming from the prompter. Not the fact that it's AI, the fact that it's, the person prompting, right? That's my point.
Chris is in the chat. What up, Chris? He says, hola, brochachos. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, my guy.
Happy New Year, brother.
Hey, laugh my ass off. They're more likely to do the opposite and label only the 100 human-made music, like Rick and Morty people music. Laugh my ass off. AI is not going to be writing better books anytime soon. Nice Dungeons and Dragons dungeon crawler. I got my puppy right here, and I got another one over there. But that one's a rental, so I got to bring it back. My book, the Dungeon Crawler book.
Dungeon Crawler,
yeah. Yeah. Eventually, I'll have the whole kit and caboodle over there. But, man, $30 for a book I already listened to, it's hard. This one's on sale, so I jumped on it. So as the other ones go on sale, I'll snag them.
Here's another point. I like what you just said. The book, I listened to it. Why would I have this book if I already listened to it? Here's my point. Another thing about AI, I'm not as much against people using AI for things that they've already learned how to do and mastered.
Why would I need AI then?
Right. Here's my just to replace the work process.
Okay.
And just like, if you already know how to read and you're listening to audiobooks, cool. But if you just jump to listening to audiobooks and skip learning how to read, that's problematic in my opinion.
That's also very dramatic of an analogy.
Yeah, let's get off of that. Let's get back to people just prompting AI and then feeling fulfilled like they did something.
Yeah,
that's my point.
I just don't. I guess maybe I don't see it. Like I don't see AI doing like making the Mona Lisa or anything like that, or not like Chris said, not anytime soon.
Well, people are using it now in industry standard recording sessions and writing sessions, like in writing camps. Because what they'll do when they make a song, like we got to talk about the Diddy documentary too. Did you watch the whole thing?
No, I'm not even remotely interested.
Oh
in
my
that
God,
fucking
dude,
hit
you
piece.
need to be. It is crazy, dude.
It's a hit piece.
I think it is.
Of course it is.
I think it's 110% a hit piece.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's like, it's going to skew my opinion. I mean, I'm not saying Diddy's a great guy. I also don't want to watch 5 hours of them fucking, taking snippets of every fucking section he did, everything he did, and making it look sus.
But they're interviewing people that were very close to him.
They're interviewing like the janitor that took out his trash and shit like that. And they were like, "What did you find?" He said, "One time he told me to get the fuck out of his office and I pulled a condom full of shit on it."
With baby oil everywhere.
With baby oil everywhere. Condom was full of shit.
Nah, they had his assistant of like 10 years where I'm familiar with her face. She was with him everywhere.
Yeah, unless it didn't bring out Bentley Farnsworth, like I don't fucking want to hear it.
That's so funny. They showed one clip of him and Diddy. Listen, of a clip of him and Diddy together, and I was like, I want Farnsworth to talk. Yo,
Yeah.
My girl was like, oh, wait a minute, that's the butler. I said, that's the guy.
Yeah.
I said, if he comes on and says he was waking up with his ass sore, because nobody knows Lil Rod.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Nobody knows Little Rod. Listen,
Nope.
I got news for you, Little Rod. You're a multi-instrumentalist. It looks like you grew up like playing in church and shit, so you learned how to play everything. When somebody wasn't ready to come there and give $2,000 to the Lord to play guitar in the church that day, you picked up the guitar. Yes, you definitely are skilled, but nobody knows who you are, bruh.
Yeah, I tell you who we do know who they are. Bentley Farnsworth, when he comes in float, I need him to float into whatever courtroom or interview room. I need him to float with an umbrella.
Facts.
I need him to Mary Poppins his way into that office and tell us what happened.
Yes, tell us right now that you once had an umbrella opened up in your rectum.
Yeah, he should be subpoenaed.
Yeah, the fact that he's not, he's like, nah, bro, Diddy fed me and my whole family for many, many years. He's like, he could take my booty hole.
Dude, that's
It's
so
fine.
crazy because he hasn't said a peep.
No, he hasn't said nothing. So, the people they had, bro, this guy 50 pulled up the dude that taught him how to ride a bike.
I knew it, dude. That's what I'm saying.
Yo, he
He's
said, I taught Puffy how to ride a bike. And then they
That's
show him when they're like
bullshit.
6 years old together, bro. They're like this,
Oh,
bro.
my God.
Bro, Diddy had the Sherpa collar on and shit. He's like, and they're like 7. But he ended up being one of the early founders of Bad Boy Records. He was a 25% owner.
But they do.
He was a 25% owner of Bad Boy Records.
I know, but they be bringing out guys like, they be bringing out the dude who's made his first fucking chopped cheese and shit. He's like, yeah, I know Diddy.
Yeah.
I made it. He ain't never had a chopped cheese until I made him a chopped cheese.
That's very funny, but that's not the way this documentary is. It's not how it plays out. They had his
bring out
assistant.
everybody. Yeah, the guys who opened the door for him at the courtroom, they bring him out.
But I will tell you one thing.
Yeah.
Bro, they had the Punisher up in there, bro.
Did they?
Bro, but they didn't name him the Punisher. But that dude, he's El Guy.
Yeah.
That was in it. He said every 2 weeks he was flying out and banging Cassie, bro.
What?
Yeah. And he said, yo, the shit that had me dying. He said a man would come out. He said, and I didn't know it was Puffy for like the first few times. He said he would come out with something wrapped around his face. He said, and he would disguise his voice like he was from Europe or something. So I'm wondering, what was did he do? And he was coming out and he was like, hey, mate, put it in her ass.
Put it in her ass.
Put it in her arse.
Put it in her arse. Put it in around her arse, isn't it?
Yo, isn't it?
Put it in her ass. No,
Put it in there like he's a what do they call roadman?
Yeah, roadman. Real roadman things.
Real take that roadman.
Yeah, maybe he had that Drake fucking Toronto accent.
But oh my god, man, he's like Crody.
Crody, you gotta crush her. Turn it to a real gusher.
Yo, real.
Turn it to a real gusher, bruv.
What do you think? This is some Gerber shit?
Come on,
over here?
yes, that's the word I'm looking for.
But yo, I'm telling you,
made up ass accent.
bro, this shit was crazy.
Yeah,
when you hear these things, but again, it's very sensationalized and stuff. And he got acquitted of everything except flying this dude out to bang his chick.
Dude,
Bro, I'll tell you what.
you know what though? They dragged him through the mud so much that nobody will ever remember. It's the same thing with Trump. People don't realize. People don't remember what they just say that he was like convicted. He's like X amount of felonies or something like that, or whatever the case may be. But nobody ever talks about what are these crimes that they allege he committed?
Yeah, nobody
no one
says
talks
it.
about that.
Nobody talks about
Yeah,
it.
it's like, are we talking about like people moving money?
Yeah.
It's like you're talking about people getting paid. Like that happens every day. People getting paid off.
Yeah, people getting paid off. It's you know, when they talk about, damn, I had some I wanted to say.
I'm sorry.
No.
Can I grab that water real quick?
Yeah, go for it. I wanted to say something about Diddy. I'll tell you what though, nobody seems to have a problem until the money stops. Yo, all these dudes are talking about, oh, I woke up and I woke up with a sore ass and all this, my butt was hurting. But you stayed there for like a year until you found out you weren't getting your money.
Yo, I'm gonna keep it a stack. One morning of sore asshole, and I feel like I got a good idea of the temperature of the environment now.
I'll tell you what, bro. I was saying the same thing to my girl. I went to Mexico.
Oh.
And I don't take a mixed drink from anybody. I don't take it from anybody. Unless it's a place that I know, that I'm familiar with. If I go somewhere, like I went there, I was in Mexico, bro. I ordered a beer. I said, give me a Heineken. They came with a Heineken to the table, and the Heineken was open already. They can't hear us?
No, mine is stuck, but it could just.
Oh. And they came to the table with a Heineken, and the Heineken was open already. So I was like, do me a favor. I said, you got to go back there and get me a new Heineken and open it at the table. Like, you can't, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, don't
you
bring
know what I'm
me
saying?
open
I'm
beer.
not doing that. Let alone go to some dude's party and this guy is just giving out drinks to people and all this kind of stuff, and he's known for this kind of shit. Like, come on, bro. Come on. I think so many of these people brought this upon themselves, bro. Brought it upon themselves. And, oh, I know what I was going to say. The shit that they're saying there, because, you know, Cassie got a husband now and got kids with him and shit.
Yeah, yep. She was pregnant on trial.
Bro, if I'm him, I find it hard to not air out everybody involved. I mean, I'll probably
You don't know.
What do you mean? The court case happened. The court case happened. He saw the testimony.
Yeah, but isn't that all public information? That's not anything that people don't. That he can't air out. He doesn't know anything.
Not air out rumors and shit and be like, oh, I'm going to expose you. Air out like body everybody. Imagine you get all this information about your wife after the fact. You find out she was doing all this. They were flying this dude out to pee on her and do all this. And this dude was coming there and railing her out every 2 weeks. And they were collecting
But the
this.
court's already aired it out. Who is he going to tell? Everybody knows.
I don't mean air out. I mean air out the place. That's
Air
what
it
I mean.
out.
I don't know what you...
Air it out.
I'm talking about, I don't know how this guy's going home and just being like,
You know how
oh,
he's going home? I'll tell you how he's going home.
how he's going home? Big paycheck?
Presidential. That's how he's going home. Because 2 months before that this whole entire thing even started, Cassie settled with Diddy for like $30 million.
That's not enough for me, bro. That's not enough for me. That's his shorty. That's his girl. That's his wife. And he got to look at her every day. Bro,
I mean,
you
you
kidding
don't gotta
me?
like her for $30 million.
Bro, you ain't got to... Listen, it was his chick already.
Yeah,
I'm
that-
sure
that's
she didn't.
rough.
I'm sure she didn't tell him all this.
But you know what? He probably knows that she's a media perra. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
like that's wild.
But
bro.
I
They
feel
used to
for this
fly
dude, bro.
dudes in
I feel for
to
this
fuck
dude.
you down. Can you imagine? They
Bro, and the
used to
shit the
bring,
dude was saying, they used to collect. He said they used to collect his seed. They used to clean it up and put it in a container and like keep it and shit. Do you know the visual movies that are playing back and
What would he
forth in
do?
this guy's head?
What would he do with it? What would they do with it when they?
He don't even know. He said at first it was weird. He said, but after a while, I just got used to it.
That's crazy.
Bro, it's crazy. He said every 2 weeks they would fly me out. He said on every March 9th, that's the anniversary of Biggie's death. or his birthday or something. Something that had to do with Biggie. I forget.
That was probably coincidence.
But they get this yacht. No, he said they get a yacht and they have a celebration. And he said, every March 9th, I get a phone call. And they fly me to wherever they are in the world. He said, and my job was to go. Yo, he did this for 8 years. For every 2 weeks, they flew him out. Diddy flew him out to bang his chick every 2 weeks.
Can you imagine? You get a phone call and it's like, hey, what's up, Playboy? Take that. And then he's like, listen, I'm going to need you to come down here and fuck on this girl. And then you're like, are you Diddy? And, nah, no, mate. I'm not Diddy. Not Diddy.
It's the roadman.
Yeah, roadman things. All right, I'll see you when you get here. Crikey.
Bro, I swear to God, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh.
They
I would have caught so many bodies involved in this. I'm like, yo, this would have ruined my life.
He knew about this because he knew about it because they settled at a court before, and she had probably told him. This is probably how they got into a relationship. She shared with him trauma bonding, dude. It's a thing.
Now, there's no way that this dude was like, marry me knowing all this.
He said, I can save you. This guy, can we get a look at this fucking guy?
You want to see this guy?
He might just be winning.
Hold up. Nah, this dude is he's like a soccer player or some shit.
What?
Yeah, he's some kind of shit. Yeah.
Oh, he's somebody?
Yeah, he's somebody.
Maybe he's getting a check or something for this.
What's his name?
Maybe this is like when you take one of those, when you take somebody in, you take the government cuts you checks. I used to have neighbors who used to take like 30 kids in because they get a check for each one of them. Speaking of taking kids in for checks, we got to talk about those Somalians in Minnesota fucking running a babysitting rink with no fucking children.
A rink? What do they do? Are they ice skating?
Making them ice skate, but there's no kids. No. Ring? Yeah, I think it's a ring.
Oh, he's a personal trainer, Alex Fine.
Yo, nah, he's basically a backup dancer. He's the nigga who fuck J-Lo.
Bro, these personal trainers, they be banging all these entertainers' wives, yo. You gotta watch your wife with the personal trainers in Hollywood, bro. Stop that. My girl ain't getting no private lessons. She ain't getting none of that shit. All right, you ain't Pilates in it up where she likes to do Pilates. You ain't doing no Pilates with some dude named Sven. That ain't going down. That motherfucker Pilates himself. Over there.
Yeah, I'll tell you one thing. If
that
jiu-jitsu coach got Tom Brady's wife, nobody's safe.
Look at this. A celebrity... Look, Cassie Ventura's husband is Alex Fine, a celebrity personal trainer and entrepreneur, an actor whom she married in 2019 after he was hired to train her by her ex, Sean Diddy Combs. They have 3 children, and Fine has been a strong supporter of Cassie during her legal battles against Combs, expressing immense pride in her bravery.
100% he knew
He's a cuck.
So he knew.
That is, yeah, you're right. She was doing squats with the dumbbells, and she was like, oh, Diddy, Diddy does this. Diddy flies out this guy. They call him the Punisher. And he punishes me every 2 weeks, and this guy was all put his cuck brain on.
Dude, he sat there, and he said, Cassie, it's weird. You're not squatting as deep as you normally do.
Yo, that's crazy.
It's March 12th. I want you to visualize this. It's March 12th. He runs into her. It's leg day. And she's not getting as deep as she normally can. And you know why? It's because her fucking sphincter's blown out, but she can't say that. And he's asking her, why can't you squat it deep? And then she just breaks down and tells him. Diddy flies in the Punisher, and I save his semen. I'm the vessel, I'm the semen catcher.
Yeah,
She's like a Venus flytrap for catching semen. She's a fucking dream weave catcher, semen catcher.
Yo.
She's like a fucking, those things they kill mosquitoes with, the electric things? She's like one of those, except it catches semen. It's like a SpongeBob jellyfish thing, but it fits on dicks, and it's her mouth, allegedly.
Imagine marrying this woman.
You know what, though?
Imagine marrying this woman.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Listen, bro, no.
And she got $30 million. Bro, this guy was probably living. He was nothing against anybody who personal trains.
Yeah. But he came up.
If it's the most lucrative industry. Unless you got crazy clients that, pay you a bunch of money. I'm sure there's exceptions to everything.
If he was doing Reiki and shit and had like crystals set up, he was getting these stupid California idiots to pay him a whole bunch of money. He was like, listen, these are organic crystals. This is quartz.
Yeah.
This right here is going to help your chakra.
Yeah, if you put crystals in people's buttholes, then maybe. You know, I heard the other day, you have to ask for consent before you grab somebody's crystal. You can't just be grabbing people's crystals without consent.
Shit. I've grabbed a couple crystals in my day, you know what I'm saying?
You can't, dude. You got to fucking make sure you ask them first because you don't want to put your fucking bad juju on a crystal.
Yeah. All right. Enough of this. I just feel bad for this guy, and I'm disgusted for him. I think that that kind of behavior, they should have stoned her at dawn. When you look at that, when you look at that video,
what if she's just supporting her man? What if she's just supporting him in his freaky endeavors? What if this is what he wanted, and she was just being the whore that he needed?
Listen, maybe he's a cuck. If that's the case,
he was wearing a burqa in the corner, you know?
Yeah, talking like he was like, crikey.
Yeah.
He's like, man them. All right. It is what it is. I'll get off of this topic. But should we move on from this serious topic?
I want to talk about Somali daycares.
Let's talk about it because, first of all, I'm not even familiar with this story. This is like all you.
So, damn, don't tell me that.
What? What happened?
No, don't tell me that this is all me because I don't want to be responsible.
Should I start freestyling this and making this up?
Yeah, you want to make it. You probably hit it right in the head. All right, so this is the thing. This is something that was already suspected for a while, but there's this YouTuber who's very famous. He's not very famous, but now he's very famous because this video has already got over 100 million plays. So, and essentially what he... the story he busted, he went to these daycares. There's a lot of fraud going on in Minnesota, and he and somebody else exposed their these daycare frauds. They were going from daycare to daycare, and
daycare fraud in what sense? Like false businesses, like people saying
essentially people who own a daycare. One of them was like the learning experience, but the learning on the sign was spelled different. This is the one that everybody's clinging to. It's like the learning experience. Like they couldn't even get the sign name right. And you go there and they're registered for the state to have like 200 kids and they're receiving funding. So these places are receiving like 900,000, 1.2 million. These places that all supposedly have these kids, and they show up and there's not a single kid there. And they
Are there people in the building?
There's people in the building. Mm-hmm. And if you watch Fox, they tell you right. I like Fox because they tell you right away the race of these people.
Yeah.
It's
so number one. They're like, so Somali gentleman, they pull up a swatch that shows like his color, like his complexion. They have it lined up to like he's right around here, lands right around here. Perfect Somali coloring.
Yeah, just in case you guys are wondering how to identify one of these Somalis, these are their traits, and they put up a picture of a pirate or something.
He's like, this is what they like to eat. This is how they tend to walk. Check out the gait. Yeah. Check out the gait of a typical Somali.
And they're referencing Captain Phillips.
They're like, and they say things like, I'm your captain now.
Yeah, I want you to listen to this accent and listen to it closely. This is a Somali accent, and it's somebody saying, I am the captain. But yeah, so Fox is super funny because they lead with race. Yeah. Right away, immediately, they're like Somali migrants taking advantage of, and it's so funny because I'm like, are these like I don't think these are undocumented Somalians. I think these are probably like American Somalians like that are here, that have immigrated here, but like it's just interesting how they made it a race thing. Yeah. They made it an immigration thing too.
It's marketing. They're pandering to the audience.
Yeah, 100%. Because right away they go to a J.D. Vance clip where he's talking about, this just shows you all the danger that immigration has done to the United States. Yeah. And I'm just like, whoa, like, okay, I get it. But, these are things that, this is not a guy who came from Venezuela yesterday and did this. Like, these are.
And it, just like if you were to watch it on CNN, they'd be like, people. Yeah. Are doing people, they wouldn't use names, they wouldn't use any kind of identifiers, they would be generic things. They might even make these guys white.
They'd
be like, white males. They'd be like, white Caucasian males over 6 feet.
Yeah,
are operating false, false businesses.
American-born males.
Yeah.
So it's super interesting with like listening to it from like both sides of the different news stations. But so my
Can't get
favorite,
any truth in it.
the one I love to listen to the most, just because it's so funny because they're serious when they say it. Is unfortunately, well, fortunately or fortunately, whatever the case may be. Today was Fox,
So
and they're so these guys going to all these places. There's no kids in any of them, and apparently these people are receiving like millions, if not billions, of dollars worth of government fundings for these places, and they're fraud. They're not real, and they're saying that there's a ton of fraud going on in the Minnesota government. And I said, honestly, if you ask me, I sent Elon down there and he fixes it in 4 days, dude.
Yeah, he fixes it in 4 days easily. He cuts the staff down to like 8 people.
Yeah.
It might be 600 right now. He'll cut it to 8.
Yeah, and they're all going to work in the same trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to put them in a trailer, get them heat and AC. They're working there.
And taxes won't change.
No, nothing.
You know,
well, why would they?
Yeah, they'd cut the staffing by 90%,
Yeah.
and then you'd have no decrease in
They
taxes.
say, so guess what? All the money we were spending, guess what? We saved it. We're here to have it. Don't worry what we're going to do with it. What are you going to do with the oil, Trump? I don't know. We might keep it.
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, we lost it all.
Yeah.
But don't ask us any questions.
Yeah. So it's just, I think this is to distract us. I think they want to distract us about all the ships they got off the coast of Venezuela right now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny, man, right? It's funny how they choose the countries to engage with, right? It's funny how they choose to just beef with Venezuela over the drugs or whatever, when there have been countries that have been way more successful at trafficking drugs to America. You think Venezuela is the drug trafficking, like, team? Nah, bro. We already know what it's been like with other countries, the other Latin countries, whether it be Colombia, whether there's literal prison. There's been people that have run their countries off of drug money, i.e. Pablo Escobar was like influencing everything that was going on over there.
They say that there was like in the high 80s or 70% of the drugs imported into cocaine imported into the United States within a certain time period was all from him.
Yeah, so why not military level response to that?
Yeah, you know why?
Because there's no oil in Colombia.
There's no oil in Colombia, and they're very good at BBLs.
Yeah, they're very good at BBLs, and they're very good at BBLs. They will take a strong 6.
Yeah. Oh my God.
And make it an 8.5
immediately, dude. In a single session.
A single session. They'll do a 2 for 1.
Yeah, dude. They get the teeth, ass, and titties done.
Girls trip.
Yeah.
Double. You know what I'm saying?
Buy one, get one half off.
That's it. Buy one, get one half off, and then ship them to the White House.
Yeah, right to the White House. Here, honey, sit on this balloon. It's and also it's like I don't even know if they have a Navy. So that for him to park a bunch of fucking crazy aircraft carriers outside of the country, it's like, dude, that's like putting your dick on the table.
Yeah, that's definitely what's happening.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Venezuela. We'll see.
Yeah.
It's just so stupid that they paint it to be anything else. Another thing is like they're saying, and they use this term all the time, World War III, right? If we as a nation are foolish enough to go to war again over some nonsense, like we got to figure something out. Like we're smart enough to go to war for government again, right? We're smart enough to not go to war for like no reason.
Well, it's not up to us anymore. That's the problem. Is we've relinquished so much power to the actual, to the government elected officials that they make these decisions with no input.
Yeah, but they're not going. They're not the guys going. Like at a certain point, when is it like if Trump says, no, we're going to war, Venezuela's the danger, they're bringing in drugs.
You mean the military to say, no, we're not.
The American people to say, and they're part of the American people to say, hey, we don't really agree with that. We don't think that's a good idea. So let's not do that. Let's figure something else out.
I think that you would see America start to really show you how un-American it's become. I think that the government would turn on us. I think the government would turn on the people, and it would be really nasty stuff. And you would see how unfree we really are.
You think they'd be like, oh, haha, you guys thought we were asking you to go?
Yeah, we weren't asking you. No, we were depending.
Oh my God. god.
Yep.
That's weird how that came out. You guys have to go.
Yeah. And then if people start to deny or rather decline to go, they'll start to incarcerate these people. And it'll only take so many people that they put in prison before people are like, yo, I can't not be free for my children. I'm
Well,
going.
it's a matter of national security.
Yeah. It's
How not patriotic are you? Don't you want this oil?
It's not that. That might not even do it. They would start to, I mean, look, dude, what's the perfect example? What am I going to say? The Shman Shmemi.
The shmammy is the fear mongering.
Bro, the fear mongering and some people will refuse. But once you realize how difficult and people witness it, it's like in a movie when somebody blows the head off of the first guy that resists.
Yeah.
Everybody else,
falls in line.
they fall in line. It's
Real
like, look, think of 9/11. You know, when they were talking about the guy that was on the plane, he slit one person's throat.
Is that what happened?
Yeah, something like they had a razor. And then he like really injured somebody. I'm pretty sure, don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure he like slit someone's throat. And then everybody else just fell in line and sat down. Damn. Nah, bro. This is why I fly with at least one of my homies on the plane.
Yeah, one of the planes, one of the guys got smacked up and ended up taking him down, right? But the whole plane still went down?
Yeah, they started to fight back. Listen, bro, I'll tell you right now, I already know who the real ones are on a plane. I already know who the real ones are. I'm clocking everybody as they come in. I'm looking at the pilot. I'm checking them out. I'm looking at every single person I'm starting to make. I'm like, who's my dream team on this plane?
Yeah, facts. You know
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Who's my dream team? Like, even when we went to Florida, bro, we were separated. I already knew what time it is. Imagine something went down on that plane and somebody got up acted crazy. We'd already lock it up and be like, we already know what time it is.
You would have had trouble getting out that seat with that bitch shit next to you.
Bro, yeah, the big one next to me, I would have stepped right on her. I'll tell you right now, I would have stepped right on her belly and been about that shit. I was in the middle seat and she was toward the window. So I was straight.
Oh, she was next to the window.
She was next to the window.
Oh, she was crammed into the corner?
Bro, she was vacuum sealed. I'm telling you right now, bro.
Yeah, no, 100%.
Yeah.
In those tight quarters?
Yeah, she was in there, but yeah, listen, man, it ain't going down like that on a plane with me and my homies, bro. It's not going down like that.
You're gonna need more than a nail clipper to take this fucking plane.
Yo, you're gonna need more than that, bro. And I'm telling you right now, your family ain't gonna be able to ID you, bro.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude. Have you seen that? Not to dramatically change the subject, because I'd love to continue talking about choking terrorists.
Yeah.
But have you seen that movie that's trending on Netflix right now? Netflix trending isn't real, and it's all about like monetization and shit like that.
And who pays? Yeah.
So it's not a real thing. But there's a movie called Eden. Have you seen it before? I thought it was new, but I think it's been out for a while. My phone's at 3%, so this might kill it. I'm almost positive it's called Eden.
Hey, let me know. You want me to get on? You want me to look it up so you could do it? So you could keep your battery?
It's called Welcome to... No, it's not Welcome to Eden. There's a Eden... Yeah, it's called Eden. And it's about... It's based on a real story about this German doctor who went to live on this island off of South America in the Galapagos. And it was like uninhabited. And he just went and moved down there with his chick. And then he was like famous because he was like writing this thing about like how mankind is destroying the earth. And he's writing like this manuscript about like how to recreate and repopulate under like a sustainable light, have like a sustainable mankind. And then another dude, his kid got TB, so they fucking shunned him away. Then he moved down there. But it's just a story about all these guys living on this island, and there's like essentially like no rules. But it's a good movie. It's on Netflix right now. Netflix.
Is it in English or it has some terrible subtitles?
No, it's in English. It's in English. Sydney Sweeney's in it.
Oh.
And I was for sure those tits were coming out before the end of the movie. Dude, she's got like a contract that she's got to show her tits for like a certain amount of time in every movie. There's some kind of fucking stipulation or something like that. I don't want to ruin it for everybody, but pull the camera away from me. Put it to you. Her tits come out. No spoilers. But it is crazy.
What's it called?
I think it's called Eden.
Well, you know, I would love to,
Like the Garden of Eden.
The idea is, you know, that having the opportunity to go and live on a stranded island. And what's it about? You lost me after the last portion.
It's about, imagine like a Lord of the Flies situation where
Okay.
these people, these Europeans, go and live on this island during like the 1920s, where nobody else lives. It's just like them and the animals.
Okay.
One guy's living there to like, you know, to get away from mankind.
It's a group of people with different motive.
Yeah, but yeah, and one guy was there for a long time. Then another guy showed up, and then there's a chick that shows up, who's like wants to, like, you know, she's like a superstar, wants to make like a hotel on the island kind of situation. It's very Gilligan's Island-esque.
All right, that's interesting. I mean, I could check it out. I after
think
we
I
watch
sold it
Scarface,
poorly.
we're watching Scarface tonight.
Yeah,
And,
Scarface is an excellent movie.
We're watching it, you know, when he was like, how you got a scar like this, eat a pussy, man?
He's I
You know what I'm
told
saying?
you to tell him you work in a sanitarium, not sanitation.
Bro, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell this story right now. I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to tell you this story right now because you just did that Scarface voice. People, there might be people watching this that know. You know what I'm talking about?
I think I know what you're gonna say.
I knew a dude, right?
Yeah.
And super cool guy that I knew growing up. You know, we came up together. I knew him. There had been a long time that transpired that I hadn't seen him, like 10 years or something like that. I ended up seeing him somewhere, and we had, you know, mutual people that we knew. And he's a cool guy, and he comes up to me, and he's talking to me with this kind of accent. He never had that accent growing up. He's born and raised here. Never had that accent. All of a sudden, he arrives with this accent in later years of his life. And it's like this accent like Scarface. It's not like any kind of Spanish guy I ever knew in my life.
It's almost like someone just made it up, boy.
Bro, his heritage is Hispanic.
Yeah.
But the guy was talking like he's Scarface, man.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why are you talking like that? I said to him in front of his guys. I didn't know these guys, but I'm like, what's up, bro? Been a minute since I saw you. Like, how are you?
Yeah.
And he's like, everything's good, man. The family's good. Everything's good, man. And I'm like, why are you talking like that? I said that to him, and he said, what are you talking about, man? And I'm like, why do you sound like that? He's like, what, man? It's how I talk, man. And I'm like, no, it's not. I know you, bro.
Yeah.
You don't talk like that.
You never sounded like that.
Nobody talks like that. Unless you're from a Scarface movie, you talk like that.
Yeah.
That's an Italian guy pretending, like cosplaying what he thinks a Spanish guy sounds like.
And not doing a good job.
Not at all.
Doing quite a terrible job.
They threw a little dirt on his face and told him, talk like this, man.
Yeah.
You know?
They definitely just brought him like one Cuban guy and one Puerto Rican guy, and they said, talk like these guys.
Yeah, like kind of figure it out, you know, have your own artistic interpretation of how they sound.
I've been to the Bronx once. I think I could do this.
Yeah.
Do you want me to talk like this, man?
Yeah. I saw two guys, man. They were playing dominoes, man. I think they sound like this.
Yeah.
You know, bro, this is how he's talking to me. Yo, I found it to be hilarious. I'm talking to him. I said, bro, why do you talk like that? I told him straight up, no, you don't. And the guys he was with, I don't know if he went away to college or whatever and came back, and these guys were like, what? Like this, what do you mean? They were looking crazy like I didn't know what I'm talking about. And I'm like, bro, I laughed about it. I said, this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Bro.
People develop an accent.
Bro, I don't know. In your adult life,
No, you're not supposed to. Look at the
my
Mackenzie
mom
Jones.
been here 30 years, bro.
Yeah, dude, look at my grandmother.
Bro, your grandma been here, what, probably the same. 20
Yeah.
years at least, 25 years.
I'm 30. She's been here as long as I've been alive.
So 30 plus years, 35 years, like 36 years, actually. You know,
Longer than Saisha's been alive, too.
bro.
So-
And she don't even speak English.
Bingo.
Bro, so this is the shit I'm talking about. To come up and start talking like this, man, when you come in, you know, I don't know what kind of reinvention of himself he thinks that occurred. But, bro, you can't come back to the block talking about like, listen, man.
Because we remember, nobody even around here spoke that way.
I know you, bro.
That's like it is like the Mackenzie Dern situation. But you know what? Going back
Yes,
to the
it
Scarface,
is.
Going back to the Scarface thing, it's interesting that your girl never seen Scarface. My girl never watched Pulp Fiction. It took me forever to finally get her to watch
She
it.
probably liked it.
She didn't appreciate it the way I thought she would.
Yeah, Pulp Fiction is great, man. It's really great, man.
I'm like,
The girl with all the shit in her face. I still say that.
And we would watch. It took me a couple times to get her to watch it, but she would watch it and she would watch like some pieces of it, and she's like, I don't get how this comes together. I'm like, you gotta watch it from beginning to end. That's why you keep watching. I was like, there's so many movies within this movie.
Yeah. It's like that. It's so funny because me and my girl were talking and she was like, I was like, yo, well, I said something and she thought I said, like, bring your son. We'll watch it like all of us. He's a kid. He's like 6 years old. I said, oh my God. And then we were dying laughing. I'm like, imagine he goes to his dad's house and he's like, say hello to my little friend. With his like Nerf gun. You know what I'm saying? And nobody knows what the hell he's talking about.
That's such a good story. But that's a love movie.
It is indeed.
You know what's crazy?
It's a story of love, man.
You know what? I watched that new Leo movie.
When he plays a Mexican? Does he play a Mexican, or I just saw a clip where he's jumping out the car like a laborer, and Benicio del Toro's making him jump? I thought he was a laborer. Nah, he don't pick fruit or nothing. I thought he was picking fruit.
That's wild funny because he has I know why you thought he has a handlebar mustache.
Bro, he looked like he was playing a poppy. Nah. I said, yo, this is old school. They casted a popular white guy to play a Mexican. I said, this is legit. He's playing like a fruit picker, like a strawberry picker or something like that.
That's so fucking funny.
That's what I thought. But it's not what it is.
He's a white guy. He's a white guy in the movie. He's like a revolutionary. He's like an anarchist kind of guy.
Oh, so he's leading the Mexicans to freedom.
The Mexicans are involved. They're like they be like going to like detention centers and just letting out all the migrants and shit like that. Stuff like that.
They're like protesters that used to let all the monkeys out of like testing and shit, where they used to like break into labs and let out all the rats.
Yeah, this is a tough one to answer because I want to be with you with this joke. I just don't want people to associate migrants with monkeys. I don't want them to make like this, you know.
No, we're not talking about Minnesota. We're talking about... Oh, wait a minute. Now, hold on. Time out. That sounded crazy. You can't take me out of context.
I'm gonna double down with you.
You can't take me out of context.
These two animals.
You can't take me out of context.
I'm going down with you. We're both losing.
What part of the immigration are we? What are we? Wait a minute. You took me out of context.
They were Russian immigrants. It's different.
Of course, they're wrestling bears. Send him to Dagestan. Forget. No, so they're like freeing like they don't say it, but that's essentially what it is. And then he meets up with he goes into like he disappears. And he's like in this new community, and that's where Benicio del Toro is. But, dude, good movie. But for me, this is gonna sound super gay, but I love Leonardo DiCaprio. Nothing gay about that, man.
Yeah,
listen,
I started that. I was gonna say something really gay.
Nothing gay about that, man. We've all. I really love Brad Pitt movies.
Yeah, he makes good movies too.
Great movies. So there's no shame in loving Leo. Leo's never been in a bad movie. Not one I've seen.
No. He never missed. You know how they say
since he's
Drake
a kid. Don't miss? Basketball Diaries.
They go Drake don't miss. Drake don't miss. Leo don't miss.
You ever watch Basketball Diaries?
That's the one when he's super young.
Yeah, when he plays on a basketball team with Mark Wahlberg.
No, I've never seen it.
Bro, you need to check it. He gets strung out on dope, bro.
Yeah.
You got to see that.
I was just having this conversation with Juan the other day about Leo. I love him so much.
Dude, it's one of his best acting performances to this day.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, he's a kid. Like, there's scenes where he goes to his mom's crib banging on the door looking for money, and he's all strung out and fiend out. I'm telling you. It's almost like What's Eating Gilbert Grape. It's way better than that, but that's when him and Johnny Depp are in the same movie. They're both kids.
Yeah.
They're like young, and Leonardo DiCaprio goes full retard. Like, he's climbing trees retarded and shit. Like, full on 100. Yeah. And he did it. Like, he's like, he's really like,
he's the exception.
He is the exception, bro.
That's back when you could make movies. Now,
can't do nothing anymore.
Yeah,
everyone's got to be included.
God forbid the producer gets a blowjob.
God forbid for a leading role.
Yeah,
jeez,
dude, are you crazy? If they would just put it on the paper, if they just put it on the application, like, hey, listen, if you want the leading role, you got to suck this guy off. I don't think they would have so much issue. I think because of all the secrecy.
Yeah, they would apply anyway, and then they turn around and be like, oh, I can't believe it. It'd be like, you knew the contract.
It was in the fine print. You knew this day would come.
Yeah.
Get over here.
Yeah, you knew the contract. It was every 2 weeks they flew him out here. Cut it out.
You're lucky it's March 9th.
Yeah, cut it out. You're on a yacht. You're on a yacht in Bali.
Yeah.
Cut it out.
Let's get this done.
Yo, this dude was like, I would get flown out and I would party and drink with them for 2-3 days straight. He's like, and that's just what I would do. He's like, I would just be flown out there. He's like, to just get it on with Cassandra. He's like, and that's what it is. He said first time he got there, he knocked on the door and he said the most beautiful woman I ever saw in my life open the door.
The housekeeper?
It was Cassie.
Oh.
You know, he's like, I never saw nothing like that in my life. And she was like, yep, you're here for me.
That's
like,
crazy.
come on in. And that dude was getting flown out and getting paid, bro. He's retired now. It keeps saying former sex worker or something like that. And I'm like, oh, my man retired off the Diddy contract. He said 8 years. 8 years he was going out there. And Diddy was there. Like, imagine every single time Diddy plays a different character. He's like, blood clot, you gonna rip that? He's like,
Did he had the fake the hat with the dreads in it?
bro, each time, yeah, like DMX washing the windows in Belly.
Yes.
Yo, that's how he came. He comes slumped out like this. And then next time he comes, you know, he was, you know, getting in touch with his inner thespian. Mm-hmm. You know, what are you looking at? Something on the chat?
No, we're trying to check the chat. My phone's at 1% now, so I'm looking at the time, see if we're over. It's 8:05.
We're getting close. I think we started about 10 after.
Okay,
something
perfect.
like that.
So we got 5 minutes. New Year's. I wanted to talk about all the people pissing themselves in Times Square
What are you talking about?
for New Year's. You know, once you get in there, first of all, I would never, ever, 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 ever do that.
I put a Texas catheter with a leg bag. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Oh, you got what it takes for the Texas?
You know what a Texas catheter is?
That's the condom one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Condom cath.
You gotta have enough meat for that, though.
Come in sizes.
Oh, do they?
I think you gotta come with an extra and adjust for the weather.
Okay.
It's gonna be cold.
It's gonna be cold out that
Probably
day.
gonna be freezing or below freezing. You need to size down. You know, you club up, you gotta club down.
Yeah, isn't it so stupid? That whole entire thing is dumb as fuck.
It's
People
stupid.
being out there is just stupid. You guys are
It's stupid.
fucking dummies.
You know what I think?
They
I'm at
should
that
take
age when I
everybody
think
out
about
there and-
where am I gonna take a shit?
Yeah, dude, they should take everybody out there and we should mark them. And those guys shouldn't be allowed to vote.
Yeah.
Because you make fucking irrational, stupid decisions.
Well, most of them aren't Americans anyway. Like, not Americans that are here or been here. Not New Yorkers.
They're
That's
not
for
New
sure.
Yorkers, but some of them could fucking vote. And we need to make sure they don't. Because
Yeah,
you
you're right.
guys are not making fucking smart decisions.
That's right, because some of them are women.
What do you...
You know, you're 100% right.
What are you doing out here?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing? You know the view from your crib is 10 times better?
Yeah, it's 100 times better. The view from your crib, just watch it on TV. Make sure you watch Mariah Carey Forget Her Words. Watch whatever you got to do.
Dude, and also not only that, but the idea. Can you imagine trying to fucking get the fuck out of there?
No, I can't. Imagine there's some kind of emergency.
I don't even want to talk about things like that, but you know what I'm thinking about. And that's another reason why I wouldn't touch that fucking place with a 10-foot pole.
I wouldn't touch it with a 10-foot pole. First of all, when I go out places, bro, I can't even... When I go to a place that's inhabited by a lot of people, I can't even enjoy myself. It's got to... I just watch everyone. I sit, I watch everyone. I'm looking. And then by like my third drink, I'm like, terrorist. You know what I'm saying? I'm
Dude,
like,
you
oh,
know
this
me,
guy
bro.
right here.
I
I'm
hate
like,
being around that many
this
people.
guy likes kids. I'm like, this guy over here. I'm like, yeah, I got to keep my eye on these guys. I'm like, no way. I'm like, absolutely not. Like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can't do it. I'm ready to act. You know, I'm ready to sit in a spot, sit in a booth, stare at the exit, and take a look at everybody.
Yeah, I don't want to be fucking Bobby Penny. I don't want to be the guy, you know?
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, bro. They might need people like us. You know, the world needs people like us. You can point your fingers.
Yeah. And say, he knows how to finish a choke.
Yeah. I tell you right now, sometimes I don't even know if might just go gift wrap and just,
You're better off.
might just go gift wrap, bro, S-mount.
You're better
That's,
off.
yeah.
You're better off, 100%.
Yeah, man.
Because, you know, mistakes,
I mean, choke initially,
yeah.
you
You can
that
threaten
time.
to choke.
Nah.
I don't got to put it on. I could just have it.
Nah, but they're going to buck and go crazy.
Yeah.
You're
but
going to
once I
have to
got
put
a
it on.
bite, once I'm behind the head and I got a bite.
But you're going to have to really finish it. They're going to start to buck and go crazy. It's survival.
That is true.
They're going to buck and go crazy. You got to be ready to like belly down, finish that. You got to be ready. And then once they're done, then you just pull them up like a grappling dummy and position them how you want. S-mount, gift wrap. All right, when he wakes up, this is where we at.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Might have to be something like that, man.
You definitely don't want to attack anybody's limbs. That's how they turn it on you. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, you're the violent one.
Yeah, and nah, man, listen, I saw a video of a guy once. You want to hear this story real quick? Because we're at the hour. So I'll
Okay.
finish with this.
Let's hear it.
I saw a video of a guy. He's in the vestibule of some kind of facility. It's like a vestibule or kind of like the lobby area once you come in past the vestibule. And he gets into it with this guy. Yo, he drops this dude. Right? He's like, you so-and-so. He identifies the guy, drops him. The guy's laid out like starfished. He proceeds to take his leg, step on his knee, break it. While the guy's out, takes his other leg, breaks it. Takes his arm, steps on the elbow, breaks it. Takes his other arm, steps on the elbow, breaks it. It turns out that dude essayed his sister or something like that. And this dude, I'm talking about, destroyed this guy's body.
They
And
built
I was-
a bronze statue of him, didn't
Bro,
they?
and I was like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You know, like people were coming over trying to stop him. He was such a presence with what he was doing that he was just telling people back off.
Yeah.
And just snapping his dude's
Oh,
limbs,
dude, when
bro.
somebody's breaking bones in front of you.
Bro, he was snapping this dude's limbs while he was unconscious. And I was like, you know, not all heroes wear capes, you know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
And that's something like
Free
I've done in
Kane.
dreams of mine.
Free Kane, you know?
You know, yeah, you know, free Kane
yeah,
Velasquez,
busting out the
bro.
whip.
Free Kane, bro. Free Kane. That reminds me, when we were talking about all the crazy stuff, people getting like deplatformed and all that stuff, I'm like, that's probably a good time to reach out to those people. You know, like Kanye, it's probably a good time to reach out and be like, hey man, listen to these beats. It's like Virginia Tech, right? When they had that shooting at Virginia Tech, I
Yeah.
know a guy whose brother applied there, could have never gotten into Virginia Tech. He applied right after the shooting.
He got in?
And got in.
Nice.
Because it was just like
Nobody was
not that thing. So I was thinking
That's
about
like
Diddy.
people who fly after like crazy terrorist events or some shit like that. Like this is one of the cheapest flights.
Yeah, or like the door flies off the plane.
Yeah.
Book your tickets now.
Yeah.
Like I was thinking about Diddy. I'm like, yo, if I send Diddy a demo, I'm like, listen, I produced all these records. What do you think? Now's probably the best time. He'll be like, take that.
Yeah. Right now.
And I'll be like, now I know your baby oil spiked.
Yeah.
Keep your drinks away from me.
We can still make money together.
Yeah, but we can get this money, bro.
I wonder what's gonna happen when he gets out of jail.
Bro, he's gonna come out and he's still gonna be a G. You're gonna
gonna be rich
see,
as fuck still.
bro. He's gonna come out and he's gonna start something all new with all the people that don't believe the allegations. I mean, it's one of those polarizing things, right? Where it's like a lot of people believe it, a lot of people don't,
And some people don't give a fuck.
and some people don't care. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, these people stuck around. If you look at it, everybody stuck around till the money stopped.
Yeah.
Everybody stuck around till the money stopped. Whether it's Little Rod, he was supposed to get paid, and then he ended up like being told he was going to get $29,000 for producing the whole album over the course of like 2 years. 29 grand. Never got it to this day. Ends up suing. He's waking up with a sore ass. Wait a minute. This guy was waking up with a sore booty hole,
Yep.
and he stayed up until he realized he wasn't getting the 29 grand. Then he sues.
Dude, how you wait 2 years for 30 grand?
Bro, it's insane. It's like those people that sit out of work and they're on like, and they're saying that they're hurt or whatever. They jump in front of a car that's at a red light or something, and, you know, and they don't work for the next 1-2 years in order to get the settlement. The settlement ends up being like 30% of what their earning potential was for those 2 years.
Yeah, those people are silly gooses. I know many of those people. They're silly gooses.
Yeah, silly gooses.
Yeah, they
or,
convince themselves that they're really hurt.
oh yeah,
After a while, they start believing that they're hurt.
they take a cane to the grocery store. They do all this shit.
It's my back. My
Yeah.
back. Everybody's fucking back is fucked.
That's because the back is the easiest claim, because if you're like an orthopedist or something like that and you read imaging from an MRI of someone's back and you can't find something wrong, you're not a good doctor. Everybody's shit is fucked up.
Yeah.
One way or another. You picked up the kid wrong, got in a little fender bender, you fell off your bike when you were 8. There's something going on that can be diagnosed by imaging of the back. Always.
Yeah, it's like, oh, my L7. It's like, you were born with that same L7 like that.
Yeah, you were born with that. Like you came out of the womb and you turned weird.
Yeah. They have to pull you
Simple.
out the vacuum.
Yeah, exactly.
Take us out of here, Justin. I hope everybody has a wonderful new year. I hope you guys don't go to fucking Times Square and have to piss in your britches. That's it.
Yeah.
Episode 281.
281. We're almost at 300.
Almost at 300. Jesus. You guys should join the Discord. We're always on there. I have my personal feet pics on there. Topic suggestions.
Talk about the gaming too, man.
A lot of gaming going on there. A lot of streaming of gaming going on down there. You get to really get into the minds of myself and the people on the Discord.
That's it. And
behind the scenes stuff.
Yes, the behind the scenes. And make sure, we appreciate everybody that listens to us, and it always helps us more. Of course, you're not obligated, but we appreciate it if anybody hits that thumbs up on the way out, subscribes to the channel, and hits that notification bell to be told every single time we go live or every time we post a video or a short. And we appreciate everybody. We're almost at 300. We're going to do something special for the 300th episode. Make sure you guys have a happy new year from the Masters in None podcast. And we got to have the Derelicts on. We got to have Dylan on because his podcast is coming to an end.
What?
Oh, yeah. He's completely ending it. So
Why?
He wants to go out with a bang. He said, I'll let him explain. We should have him on. And that's what we got. Masters in None podcast, episode 281.
281, my phone just died.
And we appreciate everybody for checking us out as always. That's what we got. Happy New Year, Merry
Peace.
Christmas, Happy Holidays, and the whole team.